Welcome to Wins News. I'm your friend and host Amit Roy. Today I wanted to explain to you some secrets of 1962 war when China invaded India and why China fled. Some secret Chinese organizations that were involved in this kind of operation. I'll explain a little bit of you. Reason is I want defenders must be prepared this time. China cannot, CCP cannot do any, this kind of play dirty game once more. First, I would like to beg to you, please like me and subscribe me and like my channel. In 1962 was a disaster for India, Chinese attack. But when I was analyzing these events, I was very, very surprised to see that, it was a menagerie of things. It is not so simply, I cannot say it's one cause for this debacle. There are many, many interesting reasons and secret reasons even today Indians do not know. Or even they know, they do have no, vision to analyze this. Now, in 1962, China was playing a very dirty game. It was hugging India and backstabbing at the same time. And Indians were double trapped by communist China and Stalin. Stalin's advisor were playing games within the army through Nehru and Nehru's advisors. And at the same time, Nehru was quoting in with the advice of Russians, USSR, Mao. Mao was dangerous man. Mao was a absolutely dangerous man. Criminal. He has killed so many people in his country, 6 million or 7 million people, just, in the name of eradicating hunger, plus his enemies, so-called perceived enemies, personal enemies, etc. Now, here's a man, his name is Zhou Enlai. He was their spy chief. Nehru and Indians didn't understand that. And in the same time, Russians were feeding them wrong information that China will not attack. Now, there is a man who was planning this attack. He was Mao's, one of the marshals. His name is Louis Bochin. He was planning Indian attack. His name was One-Eyed Dragon. And in 20th October, it was a massive attack and India faces humiliation in Nepal. Now look, why China attacked it and what was the objective? Objectives were manifold. One is definitely to humiliate India, unsettle India from the world stage, non-aligned movement, and China declared Panchashil, 5 principles, and was buying time. And tremendous mistake was India or Nehru's, remaining passive on Tibetan issue. Tibet, when China grabbed Tibet, that was the turning point. And it was done with the connivance with Stalin. It was joint operation. Main reason is Xinjiang Tibet road, and they wanted to have, mine, lot of atomic kind of, materials like plutonium and other kind of things from that kind of place. And that is the one reason. I'm not very conversant with this kind of scientific names. I have only strategic kind of, objective. And water, of course. China wanted to control the watersheds. And Indians were, I am very, very surprised. Indians knew so many things. Yet Indians has no analysts. Indians knew because Indian pilots were flying and taking photographs of these Chinese maneuvers. But Indians were keeping mum. That was most surprising, very, very surprising. And then there is a outfit called z419 Force of China, PLA, or China, and they were the main force to attack Indian northeast and other places. So Indians must understand that. Indians must understand the core, how they attack. Indians going for the division to division. Chinese army doesn't attack only like that. They must know this kind of, core within core kind of compositions. Now, there is another man is coming who attacked India. His name is Zhang Gohua, and his deputy that time was no less than Yin Fang Ting, very infamous man who could speak Tibetans and etc. And these people were conducting operations. And there is a place called Lepo, and where so-called general, I don't call them general, Communist Party general, General Zhang Gowa was located just few kilometers away from Indian, 3 kilometers or 5 kilometers away from the Indian border, so perceived borderline, McMahon line you may say. And this is an interesting story. The Battle of Namkachu, when it started, that was the eastern sector, kind of attack they launched. They had planned, they brought a lot of specialists from all these units from PLA, good shooters, good motor players, and some sort of specialists, in the Force 419. And they were preparing for and they're good intelligence. They're good intelligence in a sense, they have infiltrators inside Indian line and spies everywhere. And I will go into that in some other episode, but this is the in general things. They were planning for a very long time. And in the same time, Russians were supplying them all kind of lacunas Indian army had that time. There are other operational kind of thing, One is Indian army was not in control in Nefa sector because it was controlled by Assam and Nefa, Assam government and Nefa administrative zone kind of thing. So Indian army was pushed back later on. And they knew, I'm surprised, they knew about the attack. General Thorat had a plan, Operation Lal Kela. So here he mentioned even dates that China will attack from this area with this kind of things. And so the Indians knew about it. I'm very surprised. And yet Indians, China used a lot of tricks which Mongols used. One is whisper campaign. That was there. The Chinese are big, Chinese are tall, Chinese are coming in large number. You can abandon and go. Number two, psychological warfare. They had jammers at that time, radio jammers. They had everything. The preparation. They had long guns, huge good artilleries, and ultra sophisticated machine guns, and all equipped with machine guns. AK-47 type at that time, whatever it is to be. So they were very prepared. And they came from the top. And Indians had some strategic mistakes. There was a chap called Malik, B.N. Malik, and Bogi Sen, Pali, Brigadier Pali, this kind of people, I found them there, a bundle of, I must say, incompetent people. Although Bogi Sen is being told that Bogi Sen had a very good reputation in Burma, but Burma, Japanese army was, retreating. And when you attack a retreating army, it's not so, you don't call it a brave thing kind of thing, because they lost moral that time. Now see, here, 2-3 men fought very violently. One is Jasbant Singh, Rifleman Jasbant Singh, Nurangar, where he alone killed more than 300 Chinese with his one rifleman. So look, if you are holding a strategic position, and you can stop Chinese easily. He fought for maybe 2 days and Chinese were obliterated in that day. But China came in big number, came from the back and attacked. And here another man I will refer, His name is Joginder Singh, Subedar Joginder Singh. He fought in Bumla very valiantly, and he killed a lot of Chinese, many Chinese. And later, he went alone with uh, his platoon, where when his ammunition got finished. So he charged face to face enemy, and in that process he received a lot of volleys and he was captured. And Chinese later killed him. You know what I gather? Two, three important things. One is China killed a lot of people after they were declared POW, or they were retreating, or they were, some sort of surrendered. Lot of people China killed. Indians, I don't know what kind of people this, they have no mentality to process that, or they want to keep mum. I don't know. But Chinese killed a lot of people, mainly sick soldiers. Whenever they saw sick soldiers, they captured and tied their hand in the back and shot in the back of the head. These are Chinese speciality. And other Indian soldiers they also killed. A lot of soldiers didn't die in fighting Chinese. They were killed, later on captured and killed. So, and this is the thing, Mao sent a special detachment to strike fear in the Indian mind. One is whisper campaign, the Chinese coming, Chinese are unstoppable, and others killing people. A lot of people were killed with the Mao special team, of, included in Force 419. So these are the perspectives I want to put in front of you. And so look, Indian generals had a lot of ammunition. They could stop them. And China came up to Sela because they were abandoned. Tawang had there 40,000 soldiers, Indians. I'm surprised they didn't defend. Why not? That's a big mystery. One more thing, India did not use Air Force for unknown reason. A lot of people say Nehru has done this, Nehru has done that. Yes, Nehru was befooled by Russians and Chinese. But Nehru did a very good thing. He ordered forward policy. It was ill planned. It was ill planned, but theoretically it is a very good idea. China had some sort of deterrence. And again, China came into NEFA, or northeastern frontier, and China came back very fast because Indians were Bogi-sen and this kind of Palits and etc. Some guy were very foolishly and withdrew without having proper, vision and all. So China also came very rapidly, and China knew that they cannot supply their forces as Indians could not because of the logistical problem and other basic planning problem. So this is the thing, you see. And then interesting thing in this war is American entry. Now, whenever Kennedy wanted to send Air Force and supplies, that's the turning point. China fled. Communists fled. I will not say China. Now, I want to tell you one very important thing, because that's a very important part of the history. Because Cuban crisis was taking part, and China used that kind of world situation. Not China. Also, China used a lot of, diversion. Diversion means they didn't attack from the front. They always went from the back in Namkachu and other area. So these are the objectives and template Indians must look into. Besides, one important thing happened. India did not become a communist country because of American, help. Because that was the Russia and Chinese plan to capture India and bring communism here. Nehru didn't understand that. Although Russians become successful using Indira Gandhi, and that's another story in Congress. Even Rahul Gandhi is doing that. But that vapor has gone out. So people must understand This secret outfits China used, how China planned. Even today, China is sending a lot of spies. Indians must bring a lot of Taiwanese as well. Of course, American help was crucial to turn the event and China fled back. But Chinese are still trying. So this is my humble submission. Please like me and subscribe me. I was not keeping well. Thank you very much for patient hearing.